Hello, my name is Cheryl Rapetti, and I'm an interpreter here at Huntley Meadows Park in Fairfax County, Virginia. And this is one video in a series of videos that we're doing. You can check our playlist down below. We're here today with these two objects. And I wonder if you can tell me, is this object alive? No, it's a rock, right? How about this object? Is this object living? This is Barry, and he's an eastern box turtle, and he is very much alive. So have you ever wondered how you can tell the difference between something that's not living and something that is alive? We're going to learn more about that today, and to do that, we're going to go into our wetland. So we want to start by defining what's the difference between living and non-living. Something that's living, whether it's alive or dead, is biotic. Something that's non-living is abiotic, and it's never been alive. As we learned in our other videos, we can use scientific method in order to make observations about the world around us and learn from it. And so we're going to use that method to determine whether or not this object here is living or non-living. Now, in order to do that, we're going to ask a series of questions. And our first question is one, does it breathe? Does it need air? Now, this is a plant, and they don't have lungs, but they can breathe, and they do breathe, so they do need air. Does it need water? Well, we're all pretty familiar with what happens when plants don't get water. They don't live, right? So they don't survive, so they do need water. Does it grow? Yes, plants do grow, right? Does it need food? Well, that's kind of tricky too with plants because they don't have mouths, they don't eat, right? But they use sunlight to make their own food in these green leaves. So yes, they do need food. Do they make babies? And yes, see, plants do make babies. You can see these flowers here are starting to turn and make these seeds. Seeds are plant babies. So plants do make babies. So this plant is alive. It is a living thing. It is biotic. Now, at some point, it will die, like these leaves here. But they're still biotic. They're still part of the biotic system here in the wetland. And they become food for other plants and animals. So now I want you to go out and find an object on your own. So it has to be an object that you can touch safely. Make sure you get permission. And you want to be able to grab it easily. Now, you can also get out your study guide if that's what you want to do. And we're going to pause the video for just a minute while you go find your object. So now we're going to ask our questions about the object that you have. So our first question is, does it breathe? Does it need air? Second question is, does it need water? The third question is, does it grow? All right, and now our fourth question is, does it need food? And the fifth question is, does it make babies? Can it reproduce? Now, if you've answered yes to all 5 questions, your object is living. If your answers were, it used to breathe, it used to eat food, or it used to use water, then it's still biotic, but it's not alive anymore. But it's still a biotic object. If it's never done any of those things, if it never needed air, never needed food, can never grow, can never make babies, then it is abiotic, it's non-living. So now that you understand the difference between living and non-living things, go out there and start asking questions.